I've tried to do this video on these two multi-tools twice now. And let me get something out of the way. This is a Gerber, Bear Grylls. I'm not a fan of Bear Grylls, but sometimes I'll put things aside because of a quality that I want. And the reason I'm not a fan of Bear Grylls is just because. But I had one of these a while back. I carried it on a job that I was doing, and I used it a lot. I used the pliers, I used everything. And I noticed that one day my dad was always looking for stuff to, cut something, or a little screwdriver now and then, And I says, why don't you take the one that I have? Use it. It's good. It comes in handy. You keep it on your belt. You always have it. This one you can put sideways, or you can put straight up and down. And so I gave it to him. So I says, you know what? I kind of need another for my bug out bag. So I bought another. Just recently, a friend of mine, for my birthday, he bought me a Leatherman Wave. Now, before I get into this too much, let's look at these sheaths. Now, the sheath on the Gerber, it's a much better sheath. It's well put together. It's easier to... Sheath's made in China. Well, this is made in China too. It's easier to get on and off. It's easier to get the tool out. Now look at this sheath. You got this oversized. Why? Why do you have all this material? Why? I mean, that doesn't make much sense to me. Second, it's so loose in there. It's like it just doesn't fit. You can adjust this, and you can put it, you can't really put it horizontal because, these aren't all that big, and you gotta have had to be a really, really itty bitty belt. So the sheath on this one, I don't like it on the Leatherman, and I have to give the sheath to the Gerber. I have ordered a slimline, small, out-of-the-way leather sheath. Came out to like $14. Actually has Leatherman written on it. Okay, now, why originally did I pick this one? Well, this bad boy comes out to 8.8 ounces. It is a little heavier, but here's what I liked about it versus the Leatherman Wave. Let's say I want a can opener, okay? Now, I don't know what the steel is on these because all it says anywhere I can find is stainless steel. So I get my can opener and I pull that out, or let's say next I want I want some fingernails to get these things out of here. Okay? Now, it's easy to get out. And also has a lock. These lock in place. And if you notice something, I don't have to open up the tool like you would on a Leatherman to get to the innards. Okay? You see what I'm saying? I want the knife. All I have to do is get the knife. I want the knife on the Leatherman. Well, I got to go through all that to get the knife. But these do lock in place. Okay? That's good. Anyway, what I was saying is, I believe that the lock that they use is on the Leatherman is a much better lock. Okay? It just, it's quality. Now this steel is a 420 on the knives. It didn't tell me what it was on all the other gadgets. Okay, you can see the difference in the oomph behind them. This one only has 12 tools, okay? This Bear Grylls. But the Leatherman has 17, but is a lot thinner. Now, the reason they say it has 17 is because, well, it has all these. They consider this two. They consider this two tools. Oh, I need a Stewie Griffin right now. They consider this two tools. Say, whip, cool whip, whip.
Ooh, you got some pie, eh? Can I have a piece?
Sure.
Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip.
What'd you say?
You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip, yeah.
You mean Cool Whip?
Yeah, Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip.
Say whip.
Whip.
Now say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
You're eating hair!
Because you can change these cutters, these little blades right here, okay? You can change those. Unscrew that, change them out. That's some good, decent quality. Let's look at the other side of this. Oh, and these are like spring-loaded, which comes in handy because you're like, you know, it's a lot easier to get a hold of. You don't have any replacement wire cutter thingies right here. All right. The fit and finish on both of these is really, really, really good. They did good. This one, it looks more like it's stamped than this one looks more machined. You have a ruler here in case you are out in a survival situation and you need to measure something. Now, I'll tell you what, if you're out in a survival situation and all you have is your multi-tool, MacGyver's a TV show and you're pretty much fucked. It's kind of like, which one is more convenient for you? Convenience? Let's talk about price. This one's 46 bucks. This one is 70. I can also feel the quality, but also the one that I had before, I used for 4 or 5 years. That's kind of like a little play toy. Dungy. Used it for 4 or 5 years. And it was good. It works. It's Chinese made. It's got Bear Grylls' name on it. But it works. The locks are good. It folds up nicely. It doesn't rattle. And with this one, you got all these tools. Lanyard. You got this cheap saw. Now the problem with this one, I'd say, with the Bear Grylls, these are easy to come out, especially when you don't have fingernails like me. But the problem with this Bear Grylls one, look at how short the blade is. Let me put some of this shit up. Look at how short the blade is here on the Bear Grylls one. Okay. And now I'll give you this. Yeah, that's much sharper on the Rebar, on the Leatherman. Hell, that's the serrated one. You know, shit. Yeah, it would be like sawing things, boy. And here's the knife on the Bear Grylls one, and it's not as sharp. I'll tell you that much. That kind of like just, I mean, it's okay, but check this out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Knife point. And a recap. The more I handle this Leatherman Wave, the more I like it. It's tougher. It's sturdier. It's made in the USA. It's more slimline, and I have a ruler. It's missing some things that the Gerber has. Some of these, you got to pull them out to get to the other, just like my saw here. Now this saw is kind of bullshit. Well, like I said, if you're depending on this for a survival situation, you're pretty much fucked. Because that's just like an itty-bitty little You know, if you're like stuck in a prison in Argentina and, you know, you got 25 years to try to cut through and you have one of these, because Bear Grylls left it, and yeah, maybe. But I would have to go with the Leatherman with a better sheath.